A few days ago, we received the news that Frank Marino sadly has had to retire from music due to a debilitating medical condition. Since then, it's been fantastic to see all the love, respect, and admiration just pouring out from the fans. Frank Marino put his heart and soul into his music, into his playing, his live performances, and I've yet to see anyone who actually met the man say anything less than he was a kind, humble, caring man who just loved his fans. Now, over the last few days, I've had a bunch of people who don't know about Frank and they're asking what albums they should listen to. So I thought I'd make a quick video on my top 5 Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush albums. But these, I must say, change all the time. What's number 5 could easily be number 1 next week. But to be honest, you could pick up any album that has Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush on it and it would be quality music. I won't cover the live stuff here because pretty much everything that's been officially released is just absolutely amazing. And I'll cover that stuff another time. So starting off at number 5, Strange Universe. In the early days of Frank's career, people would often dismiss him as just a Hendrix clone. He's some weird guy from Canada who thinks he's been visited by Jimmy's ghost. Apparently, that stupid myth was invented by a writer in a local newspaper, and then the Nationals picked it up and ran with it. I feel that Jimmy did have a huge influence on Frank, especially around the early part of his career. His playing and singing and general musical style did owe a lot to Jimmy, but as the years passed, he forged a style that was uniquely his own. Frank himself says he never followed or tried to imitate Hendrix, but he says if you're going to do psychedelic music with a guitar, with fuzz and feedback on it, it just turns into that style. Now the reason I say all this is because at the time of Strange Universe's release back in I think 1975, everybody just dismissed it. It was just Frank Marino trying to imitate Jimi Hendrix, which is so far from the truth. If any album deserves the description acid drenched, Strange Universe certainly does. But don't get the impression, like a lot of psychedelic albums, it just drifts away into Never Never Land. It's trippy, but powerful and incredibly focused. Highlights include Land of a Thousand Nights. I mean, how many white guys can play with that sort of cool funkiness? And the same goes for Tales of the Spanish Warrior, another swirling, powerful rocker. Once again, does owe a huge debt to Jimmy's Rainy Day Dream Away. But listen to the jazz-orientated guitar explorations. And this is taken a step further in Trying Anyway. From 219, where Frank and the band take off into pure jazz. But just listen to Mr. Marino's guitar technique, it's incredible. Coming in at number 4, Juggernaut from 1982. This kicks off with Strange Dreams, which is a classic opening track, and it should have been a massive hit back in the day. It was regularly played on late night rock shows. It's atmospheric, it's soulful and very haunting, but without a guitar solo. But it showed the world Mr. Marino was a lot more than just a guitar player. He could write killer songs filled with melodies and hooks and was a pretty damn fine singer as well. Stories of a Hero is another gem, but listen in from around 6 minutes 9 seconds. It's a masterclass in how to build a guitar solo. It's superb construction, timing and phrasing, not just plain, endless, meaningless notes. Likewise, Maybe It's Time. Listen in from around 2 minutes 20 seconds. The invention, the playfulness, moving, sparring in and around the other instruments. This is a master musician. And the title track, Juggernaut, does what it says on the tin. It's a juggernaut of a track. If Marvel ever give their character the Juggernaut his own film, they have the perfect title song. Coming in at number 3, What's Next from 1980. I think the idea here was to make a balls to the wall, all out, all guns blazing, rock till you drop record. And boy, do they succeed. The album just builds and builds in intensity, with Paul Harwood on bass, Jimmy Iommi on drums, and Frank's brother Vince Marino on rhythm guitar. And they provide a framework for Frank to rip out one great guitar solo after another. And just when you think the album's reached a peak, oh no, they take it up yet another level. The boys hit us with an incendiary cover of The Doors' Roadhouse Blues. It's epic, screaming blues with Frank seemingly wrenching out those notes from his very soul. Here, think of Hendrix, early Funkadelic, ZZ Top and Pat Travers, and then take it up a few levels. I don't know who's dueling on harmonica with Frank, but it sounds like the very devil himself. Now, this is followed by Loved by You, and it's an update on that old Muddy Waters Mannish Boys stomp, with Frank and the boys having their amplifiers turned up to 15 or louder. I must have listened to thousands of blues solos over the years, and after a while I kind of tune out, and it's very rare that one captures my interest. But this I can listen to all day, every day. And like I said earlier, Frank is a hugely underrated singer. Listen to his voice on this cut. It's brilliant. Coming in at number 2, Mahogany Rush 4 from 1976. This was the follow-up to Strange Universe and is considered by many fans to be Frank's best album. At the time, I remember the album being absolutely panned, being crucified by the critics. Why, I do not know. It's a magnificent record. It has elements of funk, rock, prog, even some freeform jazz on Moonwalk, and it contains 2 of my favourite ever songs by the band, The Answer and Dragonfly. Yeah, the awesome, funky, groove-laden psychedelic blues of Dragonfly. I actually found this explanation for the song while I was researching for this piece. Apparently, the Dragonfly is a rogue planet, a dwarf star, that is on an elliptic course in our solar system. It comes back every 3,600 years or so and wreaks havoc, depending how close it gets to Earth, as mentioned by Old Egyptian and Sumerian scripture. By this time, 1976, the band had amassed an amazing collection of songs and should have been selling out stadiums everywhere. And this week's number 1 from 1977, World Anthem. Now, this album should be essential listening for anyone who wants to study how to play rock guitar. You can play fast, you can shred like there's no tomorrow, but can you play with melody, superb phrasing, when to attack or lay back off the beat? Are you going to drown out the music with endless flurries of notes, or are you going to enhance it? This album has it all, from the powerful, majestic, trippy Requiem for a Sinner, the irresistible, funky, broken-hearted blues. If Jimmy Page and Zeppelin had come up with this riff and this song, everyone would have treated it as the gem it is. Then we have the late night jazz of Look at Me, and the album finishes with the hypnotic, swirling 11-minute plus of Try for Freedom. Put this on and drift away. Let Frank take you to a strange universe. So there you have it, a brief look at my favourite Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush albums. Please, if you don't know this music, go and have a listen. You will not be disappointed. I'm so sad we won't get to see Frank play again. He's a great performer, like I said, a great singer and a master of the guitar. I've said all this before, but I'm going to say it again. So I'd love to know your thoughts on Frank and Mahogany Rush, whether you're new to the music or you're a long time fan, your memories, whatever you want to put in the comment section. They'll all be looked at and they'll all be answered. So please take care. Please give us a like for the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.